Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today's been quite damp and cold. It's been like this for a few days now actually. Normally I'm not comfortable doing voiceovers for my videos, but this time I thought it is imperative that I do a voiceover because there are a few things better explained than rather than typed. Now without further ado, let's get into today's dish, which is a Kerala styled baked fish. Now this dish is a tweaked version of the original, which is popularly known in Kerala as Meen Pollichathu. You'll see what I mean. Without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So originally this dish uses curry mean fish. I'm not really sure of the English name for it. I think it's pearl spot, but I'm not really sure. But you can use any fish you like. So I've used basa fish here. Our fish here has been cleaned, descaled and gutted. I've also made horizontal gashes on the fish so that the fish absorbs all of that marinade. Now let's see what we need for the marinade. We need 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of pepper powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, not lime but lemon juice. Now give this a good rub till the spices cover every single crevice of this beautiful fish. So this fish weighs around 800 grams. So if you have a larger fish or a much smaller one than this, then you'll need to adjust the seasonings accordingly. Now let's wrap this fish with some cling film and leave it to marinate in the refrigerator for 1 hour at least. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we need for what I'd like to call the spicy sauce with which we are going to bake our fish in. We need around 8 pods of garlic, which needs to be finely chopped. So for the actual recipe, the original one, they use plantain leaves to wrap the fish and the masala in it, and then they fry it in coconut oil. But here I don't have access to plantain leaves, so I'm substituting it with aluminum foil, mainly because I'm not going to fry it, I'm going to bake it. Next we are chopping up some ginger. We need about 1 to 1.5 teaspoon of ginger. It's very important that we finely chop all of our ingredients so that we'll get a nice smooth texture out of our masala mixture. Next, I'm going to finely chop some onions. I'm taking only half of this big onion here. And now for some finely chopped tomatoes. I've only taken one small Roma tomato here. I'd like to warn you, this dish is a fairly spicy one, but then again, you can play around with depending on your sense of taste. Next we need some chopped green chilies. Now I've taken only 2 as these green chilies here are very pungent, but you can add some more if you want, if you'd like to jack up the spice levels. I'd like to add an important note here. Whenever you cook fish, try and use coconut oil to cook it. Why do you ask? Fish, no matter which breed, tastes best when cooked in coconut oil. There are no two ways about it. But if you prefer another oil, by all means go ahead. But I just say stick to the coconut oil, please. We need about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and once it's hot, we'll need 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once they start to crackle, we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Now goes our chopped garlic, and then our chopped ginger. Saute them well till they are fragrant and lightly browned. And after that, you can add your onions and saute them till they are about translucent. Onions have softened a bit, and then we can add our green chilies at this stage. And let's fry all this together till they are nice and fragrant, and let them brown a bit. Next goes in 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and saute that well first. So next add 1/2 tablespoon of coriander powder and saute that well on low heat till it becomes nice and fragrant. Next, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now remember, we've added chili powder in the marinade as well, so you better watch out for the spice levels. After this, add your chopped tomatoes and saute them well. And also 1/2 teaspoon of salt to taste. Now you can see the tomatoes have softened well. It's beginning to look like a sauce. This is the consistency we're looking for here. So now we can take it down. Now it's time to preheat your oven to 450 degrees Celsius on the grill setting. And after that, take out the marinated fish from the refrigerator and place it on a large sheet of aluminum foil. Let's place the fish in the center of the foil and start coating it with our spicy mixture all over it. You only need to layer the mixture on top of the fish. So just sort of smear it all over on the top. So what's going to happen is that this is going to absorb all of those savory flavors. Because we're baking it this way, the fish is going to retain all of its juices and will not dry out. The end result will be a succulent and palatable fish. Let's start wrapping this up now. By pricking with a fork into the foil so that it releases its steam while baking. So I'm placing the wrapped fish into this baking tray and putting it into our preheated oven. So the oven has to be on the grill setting for about 450 degrees Celsius. You can lower it according to your oven, and this has to bake for about 45 minutes. The fish has been baking for about 45 minutes. Now let's see how it looks like. Let's unwrap and see. You can sort of see the juices coming out already. Whoa, look at that. This fish is cooked to perfection. It's moist and succulent, and all of those spice mix has seeped into its flesh. Now let's transfer this onto a plate. Hope you guys love this style of cooking fish. If so, give this video a like, share, and leave a comment if you have any suggestions. Also, do take a moment to hit subscribe button for our new videos. And special credit goes to my husband for encouraging me to do a voiceover and also for helping me shoot this video. Thank you.